How's it going, boys? It's me, your favorite Snake Souls merchant, and in the recent days I have been pretty mad about one thing, and it's obviously the Blizzard situation and the lawsuit about all the sexual misconduct, sexual harassments, unequal pays, and all of those things. It's sad that it happened, and it's pretty disgusting what did happen, but what I'm gonna be concentrating on is the absolute out of this world insane responses that a lot of the most viral people in the community said. Most of every video that I have watched that, gives an opinion on this situation is just brain dead. There were so many people with absolutely zero real life experience going through the lawsuit, reading it, and going like, I can't believe that this is happening. This is not right. This should never happen. This never happens. There were people legitimately shocked when they read that a woman who was far more qualified, far more capable than some other random dude did not get promoted, and he got promoted just because he was bros and friends with the higher ups. I thought that this is common knowledge, but turns out in America this is like sage level wisdom, so I'm just gonna tell you. If there's a new position in a company that's high paying, the first people considered for the job are family members of the executives. After that, it's friends with even remotely decent qualification for the job. Third is everyone else. If it's a promotion, first come the people the direct boss likes, and second comes everyone else. And this is very common practice. Most businesses in the world operate exactly like this very often. I have said this before, if there's a promotion and the choice is between someone extremely good at the job but very unlikable and someone okay at the job but likable, most likely the person who is just good at the job but likable is getting it. You know what a lot of smart people do on the ladder who understand how things work? When there's a chance to get promoted to a better position, first thing they do is ask the person that they would be directly accountable to, if they are friends, do they have a shot? And if they don't know the person, they're gonna ask the second best knowledgeable person that they can find, is someone already considered for the position, or do they have a shot? Being liked and being likable is arguably a lot better to get a promotion than actually being the best at something. There were even some personalities who said, "Oh, I have been in this situation where my employer gaslighted me about my prospects and future opportunities in a company I used to work for." I have never been to a job interview or even heard about one where the employer, when asked about future job prospects and future opportunities, answers with, "No, there are no job opportunities. You are gonna work this job until you quit, die, or get fired." Not a single person should ever believe when someone tells you in an interview, "Yeah, a year or two here and you can make it to manager." I can't believe there exist supervisors who don't do any work and delegate all the work to other people. Welcome to the marketplace, dumbass. There are countless manager and supervisor and higher positions in the world where these people are not required to even lift a finger as long as the work their employees under them do is good. There were so many well-known personalities who play Blizzard games at a regular basis who absolutely shamed and lambasted Blizzard, but at the same time when they were asked, "So are you gonna quit playing Blizzard games?" they said, "Whoa, no, I just disown Blizzard for what they did, but I'm gonna keep playing their things and buying their products." You know that's called literally virtue signaling, right? There were people who were messaging and asking other Blizzard employees why they didn't do anything to stop this, considering it was wildly known that these things are happening constantly. And you know what these influencers and personalities of gaming did? They said, Whoa, don't attack these people, they are victims! Spineless and limp-dick responses like this is the exact reason why things like this are allowed to happen in the first place. Almost everyone working there knew what's happening, and no one lifted a finger to try and stop any of this. There were some people who were dumb enough to even complain to HR about higher management. HR pretty much only exclusively works when plebs are complaining about other plebs. Do you think HR is gonna go to someone who can fire them on the spot and say, "You better stop your heinous behavior"? And then there were genius fucking big time Twitch channels and YouTube channels who said, well, you know, they can't really complain to anyone else about this, otherwise they're gonna lose their job. Yes, they can. They absolutely can complain about this to people. How do you think California sued Blizzard? They didn't find this on their own. Someone just made an anonymous tip and complained about it, and it was looked into. And that shit at Blizzard has been happening for years. The investigation itself is already 2 years old. Then there were a couple of geniuses who said that, well, the employees did nothing because they were afraid that Blizzard will sue them. When you're borderlining on rape every single company event, you are absolutely not suing anyone or fears that this is gonna come out to light even faster. Then there were some big people saying stupid shit like this. People fear that they're gonna sue because of breach of contract, because you can't tell anything that's happening in the company to anyone outside of it. I'm pretty sure this is equal in every single country in the world, that breach of contract means absolutely nothing if a company is doing something that is deemed illegal in the country that they are in. Unequal pay, gender discrimination, and almost constant sexual harassment are things that you can 100% report any time of the day, no matter what's written in your contract. And this is the part that got me really mad. No one did anything because they were afraid of retaliation and that they will lose their job and they won't have money to pay the bills. A lot of the people who complained about the problems in Blizzard worked there for 5+ years. Are you telling me these people are so goddamn incapable and incompetent that in 5 years of working at Blizzard and hating every second of it because of its culture and shit, they could not find a different job that's equal or better? And now that it's all coming to light, there are people who no longer work for Blizzard, but are tweeting, when I worked at Blizzard X years ago, it was horrible, and these are the reasons that I left, I was afraid to stay there. And they still did nothing. They didn't report shit, they let it all continue and fester. And now there's people coming out in droves, trying to make it about themselves. Yes, I worked at Blizzard. Yes, I suffered also. Where were you when it actually fucking mattered? Now that you can claim a little bit of the spotlight and claim that you were abused and whatnot, now you're there. Suddenly now you're talking. But where were you when you had actually a possibility to make change? This is the reason why there are currently people who are pretty much harassing current Blizzard employees, because there exists this term called criminal negligence. At the end of the day, the only reason people at Blizzard were able to get away with this crap for so long is the fact that the people working there were too much of a fucking pussy to actually do anything about it, and they hope that it's gonna fix itself or that someone's gonna fix it for them. When it's time to cash in the victim card in America, people are forming lines around the goddamn corner. But doing anything to stop it, then people are like, no, 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 I'd rather be forcefully fingered in the cafeteria. There was a woman who took her own life. I'm not gonna speculate, is that Blizzard's responsibility? Was Blizzard fully responsible for this? Or maybe she just had other problems, maybe she was ill. I'm not gonna speculate on these things. And this brings us to one of the most absolutely out of touch and blatantly self-centered things that anyone has said about this situation. Asmongold just takes it upon himself to literally speak for the family of the deceased, saying that they should feel like this, and that they most probably think like that. Even if his opinion is word for word the exact feelings of the family, who the fuck gave you permission to speak for them? Billiard Gaming in his response video just casually mentions that he knows companies in his own region where stuff like this and similar stuff is happening and nothing is being done about it. Be a fucking man about it and write an anonymous letter to some institution detailing what's happening there so it can be looked into, not just wait until it fucking reaches a boiling point and you can make another sad video about it. At the end of the day, this is what pisses me off. This all could have been avoided. None of this could have happened if people just did not let it happen. People saw what's happening, people did not act. No one did anything. This is the reason why the saying, weak men create weak times, exists in the first place. And don't try to tell me that reporting things to higher authorities about stuff like this does not work. That is just flat out a lie. The people who did this at Blizzard felt that they were invulnerable, that there are absolutely no consequences to be had. At any moment in time, if someone reported this and someone would come to inspect is it actually true or not, even if they found nothing and left without any repercussions being placed on Blizzard, that would still impact the workplace to the best 100%, because then they would all understand that they are not invulnerable, that they can be punished for their actions. Never expect anyone else to fix your own problems for you. If no one reported Blizzard to California, and keep in mind, I 100% will just state it, that there is no way that the California Bureau, whoever looked into Blizzard, did it on their own volition. Someone told on Blizzard. This is how you get stuff done. And without that person or group of people, this would probably still continue.